Well, my fellow agents, Phase 2 of the PTS just finished up this morning, and over the weekend I received your questions at the channel asking what are my thoughts and what can we look forward to. So as I do every Monday morning, we're going to take a few minutes, go over the details, and more importantly, answer some of the questions you've sent the channel. What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and today is all about going over what we can expect to see in Year 5 Season 1 that should start in the next 3 weeks or so. Now, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, and we are having a giveaway for an Xbox Series S. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe here or follow on Twitter, and the winner will be announced August 1st of this year. So the first thing I'd like to go over really quick today, my friends, are just a few things that are going on in the game this week. Honestly, there's really just one. We have a new league that begins tomorrow, and then next week we have the final global event of the season, which is Golden Bullet, and I know for a lot of us out there it's one of our favorites. Now, the first thing we're going to get into has to do with the XP changes that are going to be coming with Year 5 Season 1, and the first thing I want to show you really quick, and this is something I talked about last week, is the fact that the game did reintroduce resource convoys and they put back the XP the way it was before they did a major nerf. Now you can see here, my shade level, or excuse me, my XP numbers at this moment are 529, 839, and when we take a look at the map, you can see by taking out a resource convoy on Heroic, we get 146, 580, which means that our total after clearing this, and to be clear, when I say total, I'm talking about what my XP numbers were before the event and what they were after the event, and as you can see on the screen, even though it said I only received 146, 580 for clearing it, you can see by my XP bar, I received double that amount. So again, my friends, to be clear, the screen will say one thing, but your XP bar will say another. However, the game reintroducing the double XP for resource convoys are only going to be here for a very short time. It will be completely gone once we hit Year 5 Season 1. And remember, my friends, this was never supposed to be in the game at all. You know, this is something we have had since day one, and they never took it out. And when they did take it out, they hadn't made the other adjustments to XP farming, which is what we're going to go over really quick. Now, a lot of you have reached out to the channel over the last few days because you've seen a lot of stuff online talking about the buffs and nerfs that are taking place. And one thing I want to mention really quick, and this is just my opinion, but there are always going to be more efficient ways to farm than others in the game. We are going to see some drastic changes in the amount of XP that we get on certain things. We will see some decreases and increases as well. And one thing I can promise you, my friends, at the channel is I will always bring you some of the most efficient ways to farm in the game. No cheesing or hacks or glitching or anything like that, because obviously I do not want you to get in trouble or get banned or any stuff like that, which I don't agree with, but that's for another day. But my point is there are always going to be more efficient ways than others to jump into the game, try to farm for XP. However, in my opinion, while we have this double XP for the resource convoys, you definitely want to jump in and do as much farming as you can. Next, my friends, we're going to talk about the new game mode Descent, which is going to be here Year 5 Season 1, and a lot of people are wondering, will this actually have a level of replayability that will actually drive people to want to play the game? We know you are going to be able to get rewards, which you can then bring to your main character outside of this game mode. But again, we are still learning how far you need to get in order to get anything whatsoever. For me, I was not able to play it as much as I wanted to. So like many of you out there, I'll really be truly jumping into this game mode when it goes live in June, when we can expect, you know, the next big update. And for me, and this is something I've said in multiple videos, there needs to be some exclusive items you can only earn by playing this game mode, and I'm not talking about different named items from previous seasons. And keep in mind, as I say that, I think that's a great thing. I think that having those caches that can give you those exclusive items you could only get in previous seasonal reward tracks is definitely a great thing. It's a step in the right direction, but for people who already have those items, which is probably most of the community, there needs to be a reason for you to come back and play, and not only that, to want to replay over and over again. Hopefully they will continue to give us more information on what we can expect, and as always, I promise to bring it to you as soon as we have it. The last question I'd like to address today, my friends, is a lot of you are wondering, do I think this is going to bring a lot of people back to the game? And initially I think yes. I think a lot of people are going to jump back in to check this game mode out, but again, so much is going to be dependent on that reward system. And and if this is a game mode that you truly enjoy playing. So while I know that a lot of people are anticipating this, like myself, I do love something new to do in the game. The reality is this: as the next year continues, we will be getting more and more to the game, and as we get closer to year 5 season 4, that is where we are going to see a huge influx in players coming back to the game. Anytime this game has any DLC whatsoever, that's when people come in, that's when they check it out. So I think over the next 8 months, whatever it is, we will continue to see more and more people come back, with a culmination of everything taking place. And I think around March of next year. I know it is a while to wait, but as long as they continue to support the game and work on continuing to fix things that we know have been in here for a long time that have been broken, I think we're moving in the right direction. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know. With all that being said, my friends, I'm going to start to wrap this up. Now, there are a few more topics I want to go over. However, I need to save it for a standalone video. I usually don't get too personal at the channel, but today my kids turned 16, which means driver's tests. I'm kind of freaking out right now. I gotta go and take care of all that stuff, so wish us all luck, and as always, thank you so much for your incredible support of this channel. Like I said at the beginning of this thing, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
Entering new room. Difficulty rating, easy. Hostiles constructing. Hostiles spawn from highlighted doors. Console online. Supply station online. Entering new location. Difficulty rating, high value target. Constructing hostile combatant. Vital signs critical.